The Haiti earthquake miracle the earth roared. For 7.0 terrifying points on the Richter scale, Haiti became a nightmare. Buildings crumbled, lives shattered, and the vibrant streets of Port-au-Prince turned into tombs of concrete and steel. Among the countless stories of loss, one emerged, a beacon of hope amidst the devastation. The story of Samuel, a young boy buried alive for 5 agonizing days. Samuel was only 10 years old when the earthquake struck. He was at school, a small, brightly painted building that suddenly became a death trap. The roof collapsed, burying him under a mountain of debris. Around him, darkness descended, punctuated by the screams of his classmates, screams that soon faded into chilling silence. His teacher, Madame Sophie, was a kind woman with a warm smile. She had always encouraged Samuel to dream big, to believe in himself. Now, trapped beside him, she was injured but alive. "Samuel," she whispered, her voice weak but firm, "we must be strong. We must have hope." Hope. It was a fragile thing in the darkness, but it was all they had. They were pinned under heavy rubble, unable to move, their only connection to the world a tiny pocket of air. Madame Sophie rationed the few snacks she had in her bag, small crackers that tasted like sawdust but kept them alive. Above them, the world was a frenzy of activity. Rescue teams from across the globe poured into Haiti, their heavy machinery and trained dogs searching for signs of life. Among them was Alain, a seasoned French rescue worker. He had seen horrors in disaster zones before, but the scale of destruction in Haiti was overwhelming. Alain and his team worked tirelessly, their faces grim with determination. They followed every lead, every faint sound, driven by the hope of finding survivors. Days turned into nights, and the hope began to dwindle. Many had already been declared dead, the focus shifting to recovering bodies. Back in the darkness, Samuel and Madame Sophie clung to life. They talked to keep their spirits up, sharing stories of their lives before the earthquake. Samuel spoke of his dreams of becoming a doctor, of helping people in his community. Madame Sophie told him about her love for teaching, her belief in the power of education. That on the 3rd day, their water ran out. Thirst gnawed at them, their throats parched and burning. Madame Sophie, her strength fading, urged Samuel to stay strong. "You must live, Samuel," she said. "You must tell the world our story." On the 4th day, Madame Sophie fell silent. Samuel called out to her, but there was no response. He was alone, trapped in the darkness, his hope flickering like a dying flame. He closed his eyes, picturing his mother's face, remembering her words. "Never give up, Samuel. Never lose hope." On the 5th day, just as Samuel was losing consciousness, he heard a sound, a faint scratching, growing louder. He strained his ears, his heart pounding. "Help!" he cried out, his voice weak and hoarse. "Help us! We're here!" Above him, Alain and his team had almost given up on that section of the rubble. They were about to move on when one of the rescue dogs, a German shepherd named Bella, started barking frantically. She pawed at the ground, her nose twitching. Alain knew that Bella had found something. They started digging, carefully removing the debris, their hearts pounding with anticipation. And then they saw it. A small hand, covered in dust, reaching up from the darkness. "We have a survivor," Alain shouted, his voice filled with elation. It took hours to carefully extract Samuel from the rubble. He was weak and dehydrated, but alive. As he was lifted into the sunlight, he blinked, his eyes adjusting to the brightness. He saw the faces of the rescue workers, their eyes filled with compassion. "Madame Sophie," he whispered. "She's still down there." The rescue team worked tirelessly to reach Madame Sophie, but it was too late. She had succumbed to her injuries and dehydration. Samuel wept, his heart breaking for the loss of his teacher, his friend. Samuel was taken to a field hospital, where he received medical attention. He recovered quickly, his spirit unbroken. He became a symbol of hope for Haiti, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, miracles can happen. Alain visited Samuel in the hospital. He was deeply moved by the boy's resilience, his unwavering spirit. "You are a hero, Samuel," he said. "You have given us all hope." Samuel looked at Alain, his eyes filled with gratitude. "We must never forget Madame Sophie," he said. "She saved my life. She taught me the importance of hope. Samuel's story spread around the world, a testament to the strength of the human spirit, a reminder that even buried under mountains of rubble, hope can survive. It was a miracle of the Haiti earthquake, a beacon of light in a time of darkness.